Hello, welcome back to the channel. We are making a hidden pop-out card with the Golden Days collection. I am going to use an Aussie card front, which is 14.9 by 10.5. This is a little card base I've made, which is 10 centimeters by 10 and a half centimeters by 24, and we've scored that at 12 centimeters. And then we have this, it's 10 centimeters by 16.9, and that is scored at 2 centimeters. This little strip is 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters by 11.9, and I've scored it at like 1/4 of an inch on either end, and we're just going to bend that over. This, you know me, I like sort of relatively simple, fun folds. I don't mind getting my hands dirty with a bit of a more complex one, but this is quite easy as well. So I think you'll enjoy this. So basically I've got a top folding card base here, and I've just trimmed it down because we want it the same width. We just want to basically leave an inch up the top, and I'm gluing that down just so he's flat with the two even sides. This is why if you use a card base and a card front, they're going to match up. So I'm just making sure he's all straight and we don't have any little goobies hanging over the edge. This is the front, and this is going to be back. So we're forming a card from behind. This is our little credit card mechanism. As I said, it is 10 centimeters by 16.9 and scored at 1/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters. This is a little bit narrow. So our card base was 10.5 centimeters, and this is 10 centimeters. Now, sometimes you get that tiny little bit down the end. We're gluing the little flap and having that lined up against the card base, and I'm eyeballed it, so it's just a bee's knees in from the top, the way I've got the card, top and bottom. If you have this little piece hanging over, it's okay, just trim it down. Just trim it down. Close your card up and then use a pair of scissors. My brain is just sort of working it out at the moment. I have had quite a few runs of colds and chest infections and asthma, so my brain sort of takes a little while at the moment to compute. Oxygen or lack thereof can be a little bit fun. So on my little card, the folded card base that we have, so we've opened up from the credit card or the gift card mechanism, which is at the top, and we're going to glue just along the very bottom a little strip. This is going to be our glider for our gift voucher card. So we're just going to make sure he's adhered down. I use a little bit of the Paper Rose liquid glue. This is probably the most hardest part, is getting the little sucker in there and getting between the little tabs that we've glued down and and making it to be free flowing. But then that's it. And then when you open it, surprise, you have a little gift card holder there. That's our card. So I'm using the nesting rectangles, and this is not the stitch, it's just plain. It's the largest die, and then I have the fancy script hello. I think there is a smaller one too. I can't quite remember, but I think it was. I've cut that out of just some brown cardstock that I had in my stash, and I'm going to adhere that down on a little bit of vellum because I wanted to sort of, it still breaks it up, but it's not quite as bold. It mutes the background. You can still see the colours from the background. And that's what I really sort of liked. So the decoration is going to be relatively simple. So we've got this card base because the mat that we're just gluing on now. And it's pretty. It's so pretty. I think I forgot to continue my conversation. As I said, lack of oxygen makes your brain do all sorts of things. I have been struggling with asthma, so my voice might be a little bit, if you were with me yesterday, I mentioned it then too. If you weren't, go and check it out. Go and check it out, people. I will leave a little card here for the Golden Days collection where I walk through. There's also a project attached to it. You do boo if you want to see that, or if you don't, which is fine. I will just show you the Golden Days basics, the Golden Days 6x6, and I think I show you the embossed die cuts. There's other things in that collection, the cutter parts and all that sort of stuff, but I don't show you. I'm just going to show you those three. So the insides, we have this little strip, which is 7.4 centimeters by 9.7. And this is going to, when we glue it down, you want to hold it at an angle, slide it under. So I'm going to slide it under and then drop it right when we've got a happy enough little border around it. This is going to make sure none of the glue is underneath and hearing your movement. This piece of cardstock inside is 10.1 centimeters by 11.3. This one is out of the basics collection. The blues and the front cover is just out of the Golden Days. Words are hard, I tell you. My brain is just like a sieve. But we're getting it fixed soon. We're getting it very fixed soon. Okay, this sentiment is out of the Words and Quote. It is a big, massive pack full of all sorts of sentiments and little add-ons, but it is a cut apart. I will tell you that. You have to do the hard work. I will also say most of the larger sentiments, like the one we've got there, has a guideline. You're not going to be able to see it on camera. It's not going to happen. But it actually has a guideline around the big sentiments. So you have the white outer rim like you do when you die cut, which is super handy because then you don't have to think too much. You just follow the lines and off you go. It's just these other sub-sentiments that are quite large still, but that don't have the guidelines. So great, sitting in front of the TV, cut your little sentiments out and have a whole stack, which I think I did mine while I was away one day. So I'm pretty much just going to use one embossed die cut, which is, you can see there, our little chair, because I thought the inside is where I would like to put to such and such, thinking of you, just a note to say hi or all that sort of stuff. I thought that would be a good place to put it. This little strip is on the very back because I felt like it needed a little bit because it's not plain. So I have a strip that is basically 2.4 by 10.2 centimeters. You could alter that a little bit, but like an inch wide, I thought was a bit too small. A little bit too close of it, not having a white border. So I just felt that having a strip of cardstock or paper on the back was going to be, just finish it off a little bit. Now, this is temporary adhesive tape. You could have a little slits in your card before you put it down that you can put it in. There are some punches out there. I think the easiest thing to do, it doesn't really go with the aesthetics on my card, but it's the only gift card, or it's actually a loyalty card that I had. Adhere a little bit of temporary adhesive on the back of your card and it's nice and easy to remove. But there is a couple of ways you could do it. The lucky last two things I'm going to do is, because it's me, I have to put bling on. I did fight with them a little bit. There was a couple that just wouldn't turn over, people. So we're going to show you the gluing on once they started to behave and do the right thing. I'm just saying. I'll tell you what, it was a fight. And the last thing we've got is a little bit of stickles just over my foliage and just here, there, a little, just to accentuate the design a little bit and add some fun. As I said, I haven't done an awful lot of decorating because I just think the front of that is gorgeous. The inside needs a bit of sentiment, but your real impact thing is going to be the pop-out gift card, or in my case, loyalty card. The pop-out gift card, that's going to be the impact. That's where everyone's eye is going to look. So you've got a beautiful card front and then the magic of inside. I will leave a link down below to my blog, which will have the American card sizes. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.